Hello, this is Darian Aliaga. Welcome to Play Me a Future, the only show dedicated to a different slogan every episode. Today's slogan is, without music, life would be a mistake. Today we're going to be playing Trolley Problem, and right now you should be looking at the settings screen. But I decided to start recording here because of that. It says your campaign will start after this screen. I don't know if there's a menu or anything after this, so we might just be getting right into it. For those who don't know, the trolley problem is like a philosophical kind of, riddle or kind of thought exercise. It's about like the exchange of lives, like who would you choose to save, who would you choose to kill, stuff like that. So it should be a pretty interesting exercise, kind of game. So let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so there is more. Multiplayer mode, all kinds of cool stuff. And yeah, let's do solo. Okay.
The following game contains adult themes. It does not contain explicit language, sexual content, horror, or show violence. Choices matter, so please take your time. Player discretion is still advised. Please sign your name below, showing you understand and agree to endorse every decision you make.
Okay. So, right. I guess philosophical stuff could be a bit intense or a bit deep. Okay. Oh god. Like the thing at the bank. You know what? That's good enough. I'm terrible with signatures, even with a pen.
Actions speak louder than words.
True, I guess. Yeah.
Welcome to Trolley Problem, Inc., founded to help people travel safely across the nation. All our employees must show three core values: responsibility, integrity, and respect. With that in mind, let's start your training.
Alright. So this reminds me, there's all these groups now that are trying to plan for self-driving cars. You know, how they should react to certain ethical dilemmas, and how should the user have to take control? Should the car choose to prioritize humans or adults, children, so on?
There's a runaway trolley barreling down the railway tracks. On the tracks are 5 people unable to move. You're
right
next
in
to
there.
a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice there is a person on the other track.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Pull the lever, because that would spare 5 people.
Oh, you're going to kill someone. That isn't how I thought I was going to start my day.
I mean, there's 5 people, though, on the other
I
one.
hope that person's family and friends will forgive you.
I guess it's up to them if they do. What does this mean? I don't know what this means. Okay.
Usually we don't expect candidates to kill someone on their first day, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. Just think a little more before acting next time.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I mean, I did think about it. That's pretty good. That's the standard basic trolley problem. I like this whole little thing about agree, disagree. Although, I would say, in my opinion, ethics aren't really a majority consent, although I don't really know how to argue them right now or otherwise. So let's move on to the next one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Usually fair point.
This test will focus on the first principle, responsibility. Here's Polly. She's 5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world. Polly's destiny is to grow up to be a great doctor. More of us should take a leaf out of her book.
Right. Okay.
A trolley is heading towards another 5 people. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do
Right.
you do?
I mean, I get the scenario. Difference here is that the
Are
difference
you
is.
not saving them just because they aren't as cute as Polly?
I mean, I'm going to. No, I'm going to take out
Bye-bye,
Polly.
Polly.
I mean, I'm sorry. But again, it's. 5 lives. I get the situation. What you're changing is that you've given me a reason to care specifically about Polly.
That is an odd take on being responsible. The dictionary definition, to be the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. Are you to blame for the death of a young girl?
That's an interesting moral dilemma right there. Who's really to blame? I would say since I pulled the lever, yes, I willingly chose the outcome. I mean, I didn't create the circumstance where 5 people were stuck on one lane and 1 person on the other one. I didn't arrange the trolleys or whatever, but I did pull the lever willingly. So yeah, I'd say I was responsible. But I would also, in that case, be responsible for the 5 people in that circumstance. But yeah, I guess let's move on.
The end justifies the means.
I don't normally agree with that, but let's see where you go with this.
The key to this test is integrity. This is Tyrone. He is a 30-year-old secretary at a law firm who enjoys binge-watching crime shows. Tyrone is a very large man. You don't really know anything else about him, apart from the fact that he has a severe phobia of trains.
A lot of these are pretty well-known ethical points, but I do like the presentation of it.
Now we are upping the ante. You are on a bridge with Tyrone, watching a trolley speeding towards 5 people again. You can only stop it by deliberately pushing Tyrone off the bridge, blocking its path. Do you push Tyrone off the bridge? Or let the train hit 5 people?
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's still 5 lives at risk.
821 million people are starving in the world.
So yeah, no, I still have to push him.
Death is different to allowing someone to die as collateral damage.
I mean, some circumstances.
The cleaning company with the best reviews are Happy Cleaning Limited. Who knew one body could make so much mess? You're going to have to tip them well.
Well, I mean, you haven't changed the basic premise. You're trying to see if there's a way I could sacrifice 5 people for 1. No matter who that 1 is. And that's, if you were to say by the kind of good a person could do, 5 people, could do unimaginably more good and evil than 1 person could. So there's, that. But let's move on.
Has 9 lives. Now for the final core value, respect. It seems we've run out of resources to continue your testing. I'm going to need you to go and grab some mannequins. You will need to take the next trolley, so don't get distracted by that.
I think
dog.
I know where you're going with this
The
one.
trolley leaves in 1 minute.
But let's see how it goes.
There is a dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys will use that line today, so the dog will not be hit. You're in a rush. Do you kill the dog, putting it out of its misery, or leave it to die, cold and alone?
I would say to kill the dog just because it's already going to die. Is at that point the best
Let
thing to
nature
do
take its course. Don't listen to the yelps.
would be to spare it its suffering. I don't like that I'm in a hurry if I'm doing it.
Somewhere out there, a man is missing a best friend.
Right, but I don't have the choice to save the dog. So,
When you respect something, you're meant to care about its feelings and wishes. Instead, You just killed it.
I mean, I wasn't given a choice to save it as far as I could see. If there's this, secret options aren't really fair. Another dilemma. Because it's not really kosher for me to get the chance to just weasel out of the problem. The point is to make the difficult choice. Not to come up with a third option just out of thin air that makes you feel good. But I made my choice. I mean, if I could save it, I would have, but I wasn't presented with that choice. So, I chose the option that would cause it the least pain.
If you play with fire, you'll get burned.
Yeah, again, also fair.
Oh, great. I've just heard those kids are back. They keep sneaking down onto the tracks. With all the training from this week, you should be able to decide a straightforward outcome for these reprobates. Just remember,
I'm not sure I like where you're going with this one, but let's see.
Integrity. 5 trespassers have snuck down onto the trolley line even though signs warn them of the dangers. The trolley is currently heading for a co-worker. Do you let your co-worker die or sacrifice the delinquents?
Sorry, but it's just... I mean, it's a slight twist, but it's still, again, 5 lives. And they are children. Children screw around in bad places.
You would change the past, right?
Of course. But I'm going to...
I guess you value criminals over co-workers then. Noted.
I mean, again, you're not really playing fair. So that's that.
You killed a co-worker. All right then, I guess your results for the first week are in. I'll run these up the flagpole and see what the suits upstairs think.
Well, I mean, one thing not really being fair, but I guess you're also... The twist on this one is I know the person I'm letting die or killing. But I think, truthfully, if you were to decide an ethical rule that could be, should I put it, expanded or elaborated or stretched, applied to more and more people, you can't factor in things like personal connection or how well you know someone. If it's wrong to do it to a stranger, it's wrong to do it to a family, and vice versa. But let's move on. Okay.
Dear sir or madam, we have been following your exemplar practice this week at Trolley Problem, Inc., and would like to thank you for your hard work, especially when some challenging decisions had to be made. We would like to invite you to take employment at the Trolley Health Corporation,
Right.
THC. This is a prestigious position and was created to help keep the public safe through all walks of life.
Okay.
The best laid plans go astray.
Yeah. All the time.
It looks like you've impressed someone upstairs with last week's answers. You've been transferred to the Trolley Health Corporation, THC.
Any problem.
THC is stoic, focusing more on justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom.
Okay.
We'll start with justice.
All right.
Today, you'll be in A&E. A young male has come in from a car accident and urgently needs a heart transplant. There's only one in the hospital, and this heart is scheduled to be given to an elderly man waiting upstairs. He will surely die without it. Who should get the heart?
I mean, I would say, of course, I'm going to go with the...
In a year or two, we can probably get the heart back off this old boy.
I'm going to go with the young man. Because he has more time to spend.
News just in, the young male has alcohol in his blood. Was he driving?
That doesn't bear any implication to this scenario.
You made an excellent choice. Well done. The elderly man deserved that heart much more. Oh. Oh, wait. Did you save the young guy? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the young man has more time to live. And I would think, who deserves to die for the mistakes they've made at like 20 or 21? Nobody deserves to be killed for those mistakes either. And yes, you should take responsibility. But still, I would argue that for the most part I've made what I think is the best choices. Of course, there'll be plenty of disagreements. But that's the thing about ethics. If it was really easy business, everyone would be getting it right all the time. It isn't easy to be right. It isn't easy to do the right thing all the time. But, just do your best at it.
You can't win them all.
Yeah.
You're late. The hospital is rammed. Every staff member has their hands full, so you're going to have to go out on the ward and help the sick, gross, decaying people.
I mean,
remember,
I wouldn't think of them that way.
Restrain yourself and think it through. A patient has begged to be euthanized. Euthanasia is currently illegal. You will have to be the one who gives the lethal dose. You will need to look into their eyes and end their life. What do you do?
I would respect the patient's wishes and choose to euthanize them over letting them continue to suffer against their will.
They can still feel good about sending flowers.
So I pick the answer that respects the patient's wishes.
This could be a sting operation.
If they're undercover, it wouldn't matter. I'm going to kill them. Can you make the hard choices?
Oh, wow. You actually did it. I thought you would have learned not to kill people by now.
I mean, is it better to allow someone to die or to kill them? And I would say what I did was respect their wishes. It's not about me. It's about what they wanted. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, that's disturbing. Thank you?
Be slow in choosing, but slower in changing.
The
last few days have been tough. It was only a week ago you were on the trolleys. Today should be easier. You have a choice to make which some people would see as a good problem to have. It's just going to take courage.
Okay. Courage then, eh?
You have 5 patients. Each needs a different organ, but no organs are available. A healthy young traveller comes in for a routine checkup. Their organs are compatible with all 5 dying patients. Do you kill the tourist and use their organs to save the 5 in desperate need?
I don't like that there's a timer,
It's one life
but
of
I
5.
am going to pick to harvest their organs.
Crikey. We're getting dark now. I mean, you don't have to kill the innocent traveller.
Nope, I've decided though.
Another day, another death on your hands. You probably should have looked into his background. Looks like he was researching into improving vaccines. Hopefully that won't be an issue down the road.
I mean, I get what you're doing, but still, that doesn't change my thing. Of course, I don't know people's backgrounds. Should I do a background check before I spare or save anyone? I think sometimes you just play the cards out as they're dealt. Hopefully you get it more right than more wrong at the end. But again, I pick the option that benefits the most people. Of course, all lives are valuable, and I'd like a third option if I could get one. But I'm not God. I can't always save people. Usually, most of the time, we can't. So, there's, the answer to that one. What are you gonna give me, a hood for executing? Of course, a human heart. What else would I expect?
You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs.
Yeah?
You have been promoted yet again. You now run the hospital. You've been asked to roll out a new vaccine in Central City. This vaccine will stop a large number of children from becoming severely ill, but you'll need to deal with their parents. We need your words of wisdom.
I don't know if I have any of those, but okay.
Do you start a mandatory vaccination program among children to stop this endemic? Slight problem. Clinical trial data suggests the vaccine will make 1 in 5 children severely ill, much worse than the virus itself.
I would say vaccinate over don't vaccinate, because it prevents the greater risk in the future.
You're in charge of a hospital and an anti-vaxxer.
I pick the vaccination because it puts...
How did you answer the trolley one again?
Well, it puts the children at risk. It prevents potentially a greater risk to society.
Oh boy, you have angered those parents. A lot of messages coming in from a woman called Karen. Not sure if it's all the same person.
I mean, I'm just curious here. Is there a way I can, pause or stop at any point? Maybe I have to start the next one. Maybe it'll let me stop then? I don't know, because I don't want to play the entire game in, one long burst. But for now, let's move on.
Beggars can't be choosers. Your hospital is getting noticed. You're now going to have to make some big decisions. They will affect a lot of people. While choosing, always keep in mind justice, temperance, courage, and wisdom. The people need you to be stoic.
What does this X do? Okay. Ah, perfect. So if I click campaign... Okay, I can continue. I think I'll finish out the week then, now that I know I can stop.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, okay. Move on.
Your hospital is getting noticed. You're now going to have to make some big decisions.
It's already a Friday.
They will affect a lot of people. While choosing, always keep in mind justice, temperance.
Yeah, I heard that already.
Will you try to develop breakthrough medicines for the endemic? While testing, placebos will be given to thousands of ill patients. Without proper treatment, some will die today in the hope you could make a breakthrough tomorrow. Do you start the research or continue treating patients as usual?
Start the research? I don't know what you're doing with
At
that
least
weird
some get to
little
eat
stuff.
sweets before, you know.
Yeah.
How much do these candies and eggheads even cost?
Gotta think about the long-term risks.
Developing new medicines is a smart move. Let's just let others treat the patients. Hopefully they will.
I mean, of course someone will. And still, it's not like in a normal real-world scenario, the person developing new medicines would also be the one normally in triage. Usually a different lane. But yeah, you gotta think of the long term, in my opinion. Of course, you could save people today. or you could save more people maybe tomorrow.
Dear insert underscore name, congratulations. This letter is to certify that I have examined your work and believe you to be a perfect fit to fill the open position here in our artificial
Is this the end of the
intelligence
week?
division. In this role, you will help to develop the next generation of driverless cars. The future is upon us.
Cool. I guess that'd be week 3.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
If it's week 3, we're gonna stop.
Well, la-di-da, another
Yeah.
promotion.
We'll read that one next time. Huh. So we have a reading list. Ooh. That's really cool. Because I know a lot of these are all pretty famous problems. Cool. I don't want to scroll through that. I don't want to spoil which ones might come up later. But I like this game so far. Although I don't feel like it plays fair all the time. I think it'd be better without the narrator kind of trying to guilt or twist you one way or another, as if there is supposedly a right answer. But I think, it does pose some very interesting dilemmas in a nice kind of creative way. I like the visuals that you get to you're seeing it happen and making it happen. Overall, yeah, pretty interesting game. I look forward to continuing it next time. I mean, yeah, I don't know exactly when that will be. I gotta edit this video and put up a thumbnail and stuff, but yeah, I'll get this one done. I'll do the next one, and hopefully not too long this time. Okay, well, this has been Play Me a Future, and I'm Darian Aliaga. Of course, and today's slogan was, without music, life would be a mistake. Okay, well, I am going to go. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one, or talking to you in the next one. And that's it. Later.